All right, what up, though? This is the makeup live from the March 17th one. Because I wasn't feeling good that day, so I didn't do it. So I got to make it up. So, what up, though, everybody? Happy Friday to you. Today's topic is Detroit experiencing an affordable housing crisis, or is it coming, or is it already here? So, I done did some research, like always, 'cause, I got to come with some facts. And I'm about to post a couple articles, and we just gonna go through them. I personally think Detroit is going. I don't think the affordable crisis has hit Detroit yet, but I do see the signs compared to the research I've done against other cities, and it's definitely on the way. Or some people might feel like it's already here. The way the average rent right now is like 1,500, and that's not just downtown anymore. This is now in the city, so like in the neighborhoods. So let me share my screen. If you want to see what I'm talking about, y'all gonna have to come over here to YouTube. First and foremost, church announcements. Detroit Real Estate Weekend. As of right now, it's still in August. I'm making a decision by the 15th if I'm canceling it or not because I have deadlines I have to meet. Y'all can't be last minute, at least with my events that's paid for because I have deposits that have to be paid for or I want to get reimbursed if people don't show up. So if I don't do in person, I might still sell tickets for online. So the online would be like probably $150 or something like that. So it'd be a lot cheaper because I ain't gotta have no overhead. I can just come up to my office and just do it, and I can record it and send it out to everybody and get them like 20 days or 15 days or something like that to watch. But that's another topic. But what other announcements I got? My rehab books are back open now. I'm back to work. Everybody who don't know, unfortunately, my mom had passed, and I took literally like 3-4 years off. So I started working a little bit last year, but not for real. But now I'm like really about to be working. I just got a big contract with energy efficiency company, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, I'm still gonna rehab people houses and stuff. I'm still not working with homeowners. If I do work with homeowners, it's gonna be very selective. Like I know one contractor who make their homeowners fill out a questionnaire, and maybe I'll adopt that to kind of weed people out too. But or I'll still do homeowners, but I just probably won't do full gut jobs for a homeowner ever again in life. I might just do some quick, like little quick jobs. I don't know. I haven't. I got to see what's presented to me and go from there. But as of now, I am anti homeowner. Do you do ground up construction? I will be. So a couple of my subs already do it. So we're gonna partner on some stuff. So that's definitely next. If not this year, next year for sure. Uh, I have a video on my YouTube channel about how to become a contractor in Michigan. I don't know nothing about no other states. So before y'all start asking about these other states, I don't fucking know. Just like about this tax stuff, that video has went officially viral at 1 million plus views. I don't know nothing about nothing if it ain't Detroit, Michigan, Wayne County, Oakland County, or Macomb County, which is the surrounding counties for southeastern Michigan. So I don't know. Yes, I could build you some steps for your porch. Send me a DM and we go from there. All right, so we about to get started. So the first topic, excuse me, in my own neighborhood in 48214/48215, which is Island View, Indian Village, West Village, East Village, and I think that's all that's over there. So a developer right now around the corner from my property, Big Red, we talking maybe 6-7 blocks on Fisher Street, which is Fischer, and they are developing brand new ground up construction homes. The starting price is like 400 plus thousand, and they're building to order. So people pick their plan, they give them an option of however many plans, they pay for it, and then they build it, which is genius. I'm gonna probably adopt the same thing because that way you already know what it's gonna sell for, you know what your cost is, you ain't gotta worry about nothing, and boom. So these are spec homes basically built at a scale, and this is the first time this has happened in Detroit in decades as far as homes go. So this is right on Fisher. I'm sorry, Fischer, not Fisher, Fischer. We're a French city on Fischer and Kercheval. So if you ride over there, you'll see him. I seen him today, but I didn't stop. So I'm gonna go by there and do a little video. So let me share my screen so y'all can see this. All right, here we go. So here is a picture of it. For those here on Instagram, you have to come over to YouTube to see on the Denson construction page. So this is what they look like. Nice little basic frame houses. You know it ain't no brick. The only colors I seen over there is white and blue. So I don't know if those are the only options or if those are the only colors people are selecting out of the options. Could be. That white do be looking good, especially I've seen white on black with black windows. That looks good too. And I'll also post the links to these articles in the comments. So y'all can go back and do your own homework. Now, this is in the Crane Detroit Business, which is the #1 business article dealing with well, magazine or newsletter, I should say. You can subscribe with via email or get a paper copy. I'm still on their list. I've been subscribing to them for years, and I get the paper copy. I was actually in the Crane in 2019, and I got it framed. I was in there for the top 10 businesses in Detroit or something like that about Detroit. So it was me and a couple other folks. And I made a lot of money from being in there because a lot of people reached out to me and I made a lot of great connections. But I digress. So back to the article. So that's the first thing. The second article, they are officially testing mobile homes in Detroit. Mobile homes, y'all. Now there are mobile homes right on 8 Mile on that part. I think that I don't know if that's still Detroit. No, that side I think is Warren. So if you're from Detroit, that's the mobile home part where Eminem used to live or whatever before they moved in the house over there by Osborne. So let me copy and paste this link. All right. So of course Dan Gilbert is backing this. So he's doing a pilot program. So they're putting 9 manufactured homes, aka mobile homes, in North Courttown. That's basically the number streets. So this is right outside of the brand new or not brand new, the redeveloped or rehab, or insert word here, train station that Ford bought and made their headquarters that y'all seen on my stories last night that I was so hyped about. That's where this neighborhood is. When you come across yeah, the Fisher Freeway, when you cross that side is North Courttown by Pelham. For everybody who's from Detroit, over there by Pelham. That's where we at. So they're putting 9 mobile homes over there to see how they do in the winter, right? And to see if people will even buy them in Detroit. So, and this was posted back in February. So they had a showcase as part of a neighborhood initiative in partnership with the Gilbert Family Foundation. So they should be up by now because a mobile home don't take nothing. Either they're gonna drop it on a crawl space or a slab, but that would make it more manufactured. Not manufactured home. That'll make it more what's the word? Modular. They put it on a slab. But they can just put the little skirt around the bottom and call it a day. Ain't nothing wrong with a trailer, y'all. So that's that. Let me put this article in the caption. All right, next article. And then y'all can do with this information as you will. I'm not a financial advisor. Although y'all trying to make me a financial advisor or make me y'all financial advisor, I am neither. I just do what works best for me. Modular. Thank you. All right, next article. So good old Duggan. This was in the Crane too. Every Detroit neighborhood is seeing property value increase, which is a fact. So I don't know if y'all seen this posted. This was beginning of the year when I think all the houses in Detroit finally hit or stayed at no, because we hit over 100,000 like a year or two ago. So the property values has increased over 50 or more percent, which is helping everybody become more wealthy because now you got more equity in your homes. That's why I keep telling y'all need to buy in Detroit. Y'all might not want to live in Detroit. Buy in Detroit and rent the house out. So by the time Detroit gets to the level of your satisfaction, you can not renew those people's lease and you can move back into your own damn property. Because you're an owner. So when you're an owner, you can kind of do what you want to do within the law, right? So let me put this article in the comments too. So this is great news. Great news. The property value of my mom's house is probably worth, when she passed it, the price was like 340, 350, and that was 4 years ago. I know we got to be close to the $400,000 mark because they turned that school into condos and penthouses some years ago, and the highest one sold for over $1 million. They built some townhouses on that block with rooftop decks. They turned the Section 8 building across the street from the school. I remember they put all them people out back in 2014. Now them is condos starting at 250. So get in where you fit in. But for those of you who are so anti-Detroit, to the people like me who listen to me and invest in Detroit, you are gladly able to come rent from us at full market price. And that's that. Next article. So the property values rose 23% in some neighborhoods and others were 50 or more. And I know this is true because a lot of y'all that sent me DMs thanking me for all the years y'all been following me. I've been on here since 2012 and y'all bought way back then, got your house for 5 grand, 10 grand. And back then y'all cousins had went into the house and destroyed and took everything out. So they was livable and habitable and they was able to fix it up and update the kitchen or whatever as they saw fit. And now their houses are worth 100, 150. I done got some DMs saying their house is worth now over 180 for a house they spent 12 grand on. You can't do no. I don't know nowhere else you can do that other than Detroit. So, and if it is somewhere, it don't matter because they not Detroit because we the best. All right, next article. So they delayed the vote for Henry Ford and the Pistons. So Henry Ford Hospital, which they built that new cancer institute across the street, which was 150 plus million, right? Once they announced that, that made the property values even go higher over in that neighborhood. Now, you from Detroit, what's over there? That's the North End, technically, right? But in the North End, you got other neighborhoods. So you got Boston Edison, that's still North End. Arden Park, Virginia Park. Who else we got over there? LaSalle Gardens and Milwaukee Junction. All of that is still the North End, and some parts of Davidson, Linwood, Dexter. That's some parts of that is still North End, at least to me, because you ain't crossed 96 yet. Because if you coming down the boulevard at the lodge, you got Henry Ford on the right, the cancer institution on the left. As you keep going up the boulevard till you hit Northwestern or is that Northeastern? It might be Northwestern. One of them high schools is on the left, right before you get to Grand River. That's all North End. Now, once you start coming up Grand River, now you get into Dexter, Linwood, Davidson, and so forth. Because Dexter kind of start right there, and Linwood, because Linwood take you all the way back to 94. North End is next up. What you mean next? North End been up. You late. I was telling people to invest in North End in 2012. You're not getting into North End right now for under 100,000, and that house still need another 250 in rehab. I seen how some 2-family flats on Leicester and goddamn Bobian going for 380, and they sold. And it's new construction over there because I know somebody, he is a GC and a licensed architect, and he owns the co-working space I used to be in. He kind of started that wave over there because he started doing new construction houses over there, and he was selling them for 450, 485. You late, bro. You're going to be paying market rent with that attitude. All right. So back to this article. So they delayed a vote back in February for Henry Ford and the Pistons. They was trying to like merge or something like that. So they were seeking to vote on a $3 billion mega development from Henry Ford Health Hospitals, the Pistons, and Michigan State. So all three of them trying to come together and develop something that's $3 billion. So they saying due to the lack of time to assess all the new information for this development, City Council Mary Sheffield said during the session that the future of the health project's community benefits deal, incentives, and rezoning will be reconsidered next Tuesday. So this is back in February, y'all. So here's a catch up. The project drew members of the public out in droves, with public comment lasting more than 2 hours. All right, we're going to start right there. When they have these city meetings in your neighborhood, y'all need to fucking go. Y'all see that this got delayed because the community showed the hell up, gave their opinion, and so the city listened to them and said, you know what, we're going to postpone this and reconvene after we re-look over whatever the issue was that people was mad about, right? So they saying it's supposed to be $2.2 billion in new hospital development with 662 apartments being developed by the Pistons and a new research center by MSU with the well, that's Michigan State, not U of M, with the stated intention of changing lives impacted by health disparities. They also said that they see the project as an economic boost for the new center area. That's that neighborhood. So new center is also in North End. Back to the topic. But others challenge a lack of real benefits that help Detroiters and question the need for a large portion of public financing. So in layman's terms, what they saying is y'all trying to put all this stuff over here in our hood, but we need this, that, and the other, and y'all trying to use our tax dollars to pay for it, and we don't agree. That's what I read. So the latest, council members have asked that they want the developers to tack into the deal. So in other words, instead of we funding most of this, y'all need to come to the table with some money. That's what I read. So, who wants to see a $3.5 million donation to the city's affordable housing development and preservation fund? So, they want them to donate some money to this housing fund, which they don't even approve small developers like me and others I know. That's another topic. But yeah, they want them to donate all this money to that, and then they approve whatever. So it sounds like pay to play to me, which ain't nothing wrong with it, cause that's business. The Future of Health Development team, they agreed to 1.5 million, so they about 2 million off. So we gonna see what happens. The Michigan housing component has questioned for its viability outside of the larger project, with council member Mary Waters asking Tuesday if the housing segment of the project was gone, will Henry Ford Health still move forward? The hospital development isn't seeking city tax abatements and captures, but the housing and research center are. So that's the problem. So the hospital side ain't looking for no money or tax cuts, but the housing side and the research center is. So that's the problem. Henry Ford Health executive said in response that the hospital was planned out over years in concert with the other future of health components. So this is probably the second phase to the first phase of the cancer institution. That's what I'm assuming. So they breaking the project up. They saying they could change the size and location of the research building and impact the financial outcome of the entire project. Blah blah blah. Any questions so far? Let's see. Nowhere but church. That's what I'm saying. Most people don't believe, even if it's on the wall. Let them African Americans rent from us, cause what y'all not gonna do is stress me. It used to really bother me when I first started, but now I don't care, cause I know I'm doing my part. I'm putting the information out there. Those who gravitate to it and do what they need to do with it, gonna do it. Those who ain't, they gonna rent from us, and we gonna be up with it. But in the perspective of the people, it's next up. It's been up. It's been up. Questions. So they will probably meet in the middle and agree to 2 million. Yeah, or like 2.1 or something like that, or 1.75. All right, let me see any questions on the other page. Nope. Any questions on YouTube? Northwestern High School. Thank you. I knew it was North somebody. We used to have community band practice there back in the day. You know, in the 1900s, as the kids say. That's what's up. Congrats on the feature. It's big paper in the cranes. Yeah. Like, I got to see what it costs to post the ad in there, because that's the Crane. Everybody read that. That's a worldwide publication. They have a Crane Detroit and a Crane Cleveland or Chicago. One of them. Yeah, I'm sure they do see a good return. All right. On the left. Yep. Is it worth buying land in Motor City Casino? If you can afford it, do you know how much land costs over there by the casino in Courtown? Jesus. If you can afford it, do it. That land over there is not cheap. All right. Next article. So, housing affordability has failed 70%. Now, I don't know if this is Detroit or just Wayne, because I ain't read this article yet. Or if I did, I don't remember. Let's see. How do you feel about investing in Baltimore? You late. You can go look on my page. I've been buying in Baltimore for 2 years. Let's see. Housing affordability in Metro Detroit declined 70% in 4 years. That is crazy. The income need, I don't remember my login, so we can't read the whole thing. This was posted March 5th of this year. So they saying the key to improving affordability long term is to build more houses. True, but the cost of everything keep going up. With inflation, everything goes up. Our material cost goes up. The permit cost goes up. Labor is the number one cost across everything when you doing any type of rehab. If I send you an estimate at $100,000, y'all be thinking that 100,000 come to me. I might get 20. Well, my fee now is 30%, 70, sometimes 80 if I underbid it is going to the house. Out of that 150,000 is labor. Materials ain't nothing. Y'all go in the store, y'all will see that electrical switch costs $10, right? And y'all think that's all y'all supposed to pay. You're paying for the competent, educated person to put in said product. I don't care if it take that electrician 17 minutes to rewire a whole house. You're still going to pay him or her, because there's some women in electrical stuff now, to do the job and do it right. That's what y'all paying for. You're paying for the knowledge and the education and the expertise and the speediness of said tradesman or tradeswoman to come there and do the job. So I don't care if the materials is free. You're paying for the person's time and their labor. So when I get bid for my subs, another reason a lot of people in the city really fuck with me is because I don't argue price. If I can't pay it, I just can't pay it. Who am I to tell you what your time is worth? Because you damn sure not gonna tell me what my time is worth. So I respect it. And because of that, they really mess with me and I pay on time. Let me see, most questions. What up though, Asia? I'm over here on 7 Mile and Evergreen. How much would you say a full good rehab from this stuff? 60,000? Not for me. Anybody who likes this is not charging 60,000 for no full good rehab. Okay, let's go over this. So when y'all gut these houses, y'all do know you gotta put everything back. That includes updating everything to today's 2024 code. Once you gut a house, everything that would grandfather that house in is null and void except stairs. Stairs is the only thing that I've experienced that they would grandfather in as far as the headroom clear, because I think the code max is like 6 feet 5 or 8 or something like that, that it can't be over or that it needs to be. I forgot what the minimum is. But you got some houses in Detroit where the headroom clearance going down the stairs might be 5.5 feet. So you ducking to come down the stairs and there's nothing you can do about it unless you tear the house down. So they had grandfather that in. But other than that, you ain't getting nothing grandfathered in. Once you gut it, all new permits got to get pulled. So that's new electrical, new plumbing, new HVAC, which is the ductwork system. Your furnace or your plumber can put your hot water tank in. But I normally have my HVAC sub do the furnace and the hot water tank together, and then the plumber just take care of all the lines. It ain't really cheaper or anything like that, but that's just what I do. Cause he already down there, go and throw that hot water tank in, and he can throw it on his permit too. So you got to do all that. And that's what, 4 inspections, right? Once you do that, then you got to do all your rough framing, or you can do your framing while they in there going on. A lot of time my framers work with the HVAC because sometimes HVAC might need us to reframe some stuff for the new ductwork. Because remember, you're updating everything. So now you got to put in bigger ductwork pieces. And plus your HVAC is the biggest equipment that you're putting into the house. So that needs to go first. Some people do their temporary power first. I do it first sometimes I don't, because most people got generators and stuff anyway. But if you're going to do temp power for them, they're going to appreciate it. So after all that pass, you're going to have a wood framing inspection. After that pass, then they're going to say, okay, you're clear to insulate. So now we got to insulate the walls. Then that's going to pass inspection or fail if you don't do it right. After that, now you clear the closed wall. So now you can drywall. You can start priming. You can paint. You can start doing your finishes, trimming out the windows, the doors, the floor trim, or crown molding. If you rich and fancy like that, you want to put that back in. Then your either your hardwood floors you might do next, or whatever order you go in, kitchen cabinets, bathroom, so forth, all your finish work. So then after that get done, now you gotta have some more inspections. You're gonna have a final plumbing, a final HVAC, a final electrical, then a final building. And those people who are licensed builders in the state of Michigan or wherever your state is, depending on y'all rules, do not be out here pulling permits for everybody. Do not be out here letting everybody work under your license because you are responsible. Once Denson Construction name is on that house, ain't nobody coming in this house that's not part of my team. Period. I'm a one-time person. Some stuff happened years ago, and that's when I was like, going forward, if I don't have the entire contract on the house, I'm not touching it. That's just me, because that's a liability thing. Because if they mess something up, guess who they come in to sue? Denson Construction Services, not Billy Joe Bob and them plumbing, heating, and cooling, and other things that they do. Another thing I learned over the years, a person who tells me they can do everything, I don't want to work with them. My hardwood guy is third generation hardwood. That man loves the hell out of some hardwood floors. He gonna come in there with that fine tooth comb and make them floors beautiful again. I only want that. I only want an electrician. I only want HVAC. I only want a plumber. Maybe I do an HVAC person that do HVAC and plumbing because those permits kind of or licenses kind of run together in a way. But I'm straight. I don't want a jack of all trades because you're going to take all damn day in my house. I'm a one time person and that happened before, never again. But we got real off topic. My bad. Back on track. Question: do you think it's worth buying in Highland Park? I think you should buy it anywhere in the city of Detroit and the cities that's within Detroit. So that's Highland Park and Hamtramck. Because eventually everything will be gentrified. Highland Park is in the middle of the North End or right outside of it. So why not? Especially Highland Park from Woodward to Oakland and Woodward to Hamilton. And just come on up to Davidson. My little cousin Junebug got the hookup. Well, congratulations. Is it financially lucrative to be a home inspector? Yes. We need home inspectors that look like us. We damn sure need appraisers. We need plumbers, carpenters, painters, all the tradespeople. We need more of them that looks like us. Let me see. Questions. Alright, so we back. What article is this? So that's the one about the 70% decline. And let me put this in the comments. Hold on. How do you feel about investing? Oh, I answered that. Alright, next. This one ain't gonna be too long because the garage where I parked that closed at like 9 or 8, one of them. Alright, so trends in affordable housing markets. It's the next article. So this is something I read, and I'm on a lot of these email lists. So this is called Multifamily Pro. So they develop, design, and build only multifamilies and give you tips. It's a free email list you can get on. I've been on there for years, get a lot of tips, stuff like that. And they offer courses for AIA, which is your architectural stamp, stuff like that. All right, so here are some trends that they have noticed as of May of last year. And if you notice, a lot of apartment buildings do look like this. So I guess that's the trend. Or condos and townhouses. I don't know why, but I guess that's what's popular. Maybe it's aesthetic purposes, maybe it's the type of materials, maybe the quality is better and cheaper. I don't know. So as of May of 2023, the average rent in the US reached $1,995, which is double the amount it was 10 years ago. With the cost of living rising every year, there's never been a greater need for affordable housing development. This is, however, easier said than done. Affordable housing has historically had challenges ranging from financing to public perception. Still recovering from COVID basically era housing industry difficulties and a decline in federal funding incentives, project leaders are finding ways to do more with less. I'm not about to read all that. So one, passive house influence design. So this is what this is. And I've been seeing this around Detroit. If y'all go around like Brush Park, a lot of Brush Park looks like this. Maybe different colors. They got one that's like red and gray, this tan orange color and gray. So I guess that's what's in right now. So studies have shown that passive house residents are more comfortable living in the space when compared to traditional buildings. This can be attributed to the consistent air temperatures, humidity levels, and acoustic comfort that passive house design provides. Oh, so they're doing it because that's what people like. In today's affordable housing landscape, RFPs or requests for proposals, who those don't know, are identifying a desire for net zero operational passive house and well building standards, more than just a green design. So when all the green stuff started, some what was that 20 or so years ago, it was ugly. So I guess they then came with more aesthetically pleasing stuff that's still green. Affordable housing projects are now incorporating more passive solar designs, highly efficient HVAC systems, heavily insulated walls to achieve these standards, which makes sense for an apartment because who want to hear what's going on next door? So this architect firm designed, developed Fifth and Denwiddle West in Pittsburgh. It's slated to be a 190,000 square foot mixed income community with passive house principles. Due to its design, the building team anticipates Fifth and Denwiddle will yield 70% reduction in energy use. That's crazy. And they get tax breaks for that. When you make your developments and stuff energy efficient, you can get grants just for that portion. So that could pay for that part of the development. And you'll get tax credits too. All right, so they also see an increase in market rate design amenities. So across the board, we're seeing an increase in amenities that were once considered market rate. So I guess the more people that are starting to use these new design and concepts, that of course drives the market down and brings the prices down. So rooftop spaces, outdoor recreation, and courtyards are increasingly common, especially since the COVID pandemic brought more people outside. Here's another example. This look just like Brush Park, y'all. If y'all rode through Brush Park, for those who don't know, that's Fisher Freeway. Yeah, Fisher Freeway and Woodward. Basically where projects used to be. That's Brush Park. So this is in Denver. They got a rooftop patio. Yeah, that's cute. Incorporating trauma informed design for interiors. So affordable housing often serves those in underrepresented groups such as impoverished, disabled, or traumatized. With thoughtful design, tenants are able to call their place a residence, a sanctuary. For some, this can even make a difference in recovering trauma. So, in other words, what I heard is they are making stuff more nice, even though it's affordable housing. It's not just the basic. You got a toilet, sink, tub, kitchen, and you should be happy to have somewhere to stay. Now they're making the stuff look really, really nice and affordable, which I think is cool because just because people are low income don't mean they gotta have BS. I mean, low income people like nice stuff too. The ones who want to take care of it, I can't speak for other people, but I think they want nice stuff too. At a price but at a price they can afford. So adding office and private space. Whether in unit or shared spaces, private work areas are becoming more common as work from home, increasing in popularity. In some cases, developers are achieving this through novel partnerships or shared ownership. So, in other words, in a lot of these apartment buildings, they got some type of co working space in there as well. That's smart. And then I guess you can just add it to your rent, or it's already included in your rent, regardless if you use it or not. All right, flexible, not focused, affordable housing amenities. So they saying where market rate housing tends to incorporate focused amenities such as gaming rooms, pools, and lounges, affordable properties are opting for flexibility. Blah blah blah. From celebrations to community meetings to after school programming, community amenity spaces with movable furniture allow for expanded accommodation. A lot of thought is being given to how residents will take advantage of community based amenities such as libraries, parks, recreation spaces, and transit. So, what I hear is due to COVID, I think it brought people back to a sense of being calm and back to how it used to be when we was kids and we had to basically go outside and play, and they just making the go outside and play version for adults, which is dope because it's getting people out the house. Providing services to residents and community members with affordable housing development, resident community wellness is key. There's been an uptick in linking housing to healthcare as of late. Duh. Research shows that supportive housing can even affect healthcare costs, assets, and outcome. So basically, what I said in a very more educated, smart way. Blah blah blah. If y'all want to read this whole article, I will gladly post a link in the comments over here on YouTube. Lengthy, affordable housing project times, combining incentive credits. So that's all the tax breaks and stuff you get for doing certain things. Oh, this is what it used to look like. This is what it look like now. Ooh. I'm not about to read all this. Integrating and engaging with the local community. That's important. I wonder why it's buffed out like that right here. Why it's like bumped out. I wonder why. Is that just part of the design or is it a specific reason? And this is in Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, another movement in design is heightening community connectivity through intersecting streets and sidewalks, according to the architectural team. This invites easy interactions among complexes, residents, and neighborhood members for united urban fabric. So, in layman terms, basically, we got community events so you can get from neighborhood to neighborhood. The 15-minute neighborhood they keep talking about. That's what I hear. Mixed use development. Mixed use offers a community more than just housing. The benefits that mixed use projects add to area is a chance to bring commercial space into neighborhoods that have been underserved for decades. Not only this, but it aids in increasing public perception of affordable housing, a perception that has been increasing over the past few years. And that's that article. So this was a good article overall from what we summarized. If y'all want to read the whole thing, go right ahead. All right, questions. Please define what affordable housing is. We're gonna look up the real definition because what I think it is and what it actually is might be different. Affordable housing defined. According to HUD, that's who matters. All right, so according to HUD, the definition for affordable housing, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development defines affordable housing as housing on which the occupant is paying no more than 30% of gross income for housing costs, including utilities. So that's the definition, the actual definition of affordable housing. Right, next. Like, any questions on the ground? Is there an investor group? I don't have one. You can always start your own though. Let me look over here. No questions? Next. I didn't realize I had these many articles. All right, $23 million apartments are coming near the train station. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, and I'm pretty sure they're going to start at least $2,000, probably for a studio, because all them engineers that's coming to the city, it's what's about to be over there. What do you think of single room occupancy? I think it's great because people gonna pay for it. It's cheaper. Basically, you talking about a like a group home, I guess, or boarding house. All right, new tweet. These are the ones I was talking about. Oh no, this is Michigan Central, but they look like the ones in Brush Park. So this is in Michigan Central. They about to open. This was March 21st. So this is in the Southwest Detroit still. It's expected to open May. So I might go do a tour, see what they look like. So that's them. As Courtown booms, pickets are slim for would-be residents. Yep, I got a video of these I need to post. Dan Gilbert did just buy the Millender Center from GM and the parking deck. So he probably about to renovate them and rent about to be sky high. But if you own, it don't matter what rent come. Because rent can go up every year. Your mortgage payment typically gonna stay the same, or you can refinance if you ain't got no adjustable mortgage rate. Alright, next. Wait, did I put this in the oh, we do got a question. As far as investing in rentals, what are tenants looking for besides an updated kitchen bathroom? I do well, the house I did on Bow for Big Orange. Even though I over rehabbed that house because it was supposed to be a flip, so for a flip it wasn't over rehab, but for a rental it is. I really think I'm about to do all my rentals like that. Because I got a client some years ago who was doing his rehabs really nice 10 years ago. And I'm like, why you putting granite in here as a rental? He like, so they'll never leave, Asia. And I was like, So now I see it, because if you Section 8, especially, and you got this really nice house, your tenant is typically not going to leave. They're gonna always renew that lease, because where can they go in Detroit where they can get this beautiful type of house and they accept Section 8? You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna say updated kitchen bathroom for sure. What else? A working furnace, hot water tank, updated. But see, I put all new stuff in mine, and I gut all of my houses because you're not gonna call me for at least 5 years. So from a woman's perspective, the house need to match. It need to make sense. Everything need to flow. A lot of my friends rehab that I've designed for them, it wasn't matching. So they had all brown, the brown cognac cabinets, brown color or taupe on the wall, dark brown floors. All this damn brown, it needs to be broken up. Like everything needs to flow from the grout in the tile on the floor to the backsplash to the countertop to the cabinets to the knobs to the faucet. All that need to match and flow. It ain't got to be the exact same color, so let me not say match, but it needs to coordinate. And then the painting on the wall needs to be typically a lighter color, especially if the space is small. A lot of y'all be doing these dark colors. No, like it just don't. Y'all just got to be doing too much sometimes. Y'all go too dark when y'all need to brighten the houses up. And you can go brown, but you need to brighten that bright brown up with like a nice soft cream color, or not even taupe. That's too dark. You need to be I wouldn't even say white, with a nice soft cream. Like the color I use is called Swiss coffee. It's perfect. All right, next. Oh, that's the same one. All right, luxury apartments could be a good thing for Detroit. I think so, because it's going to attract a certain demographic. What y'all think? All right, so this is probably pertaining to the Joe Louis Green, not Joe Louis Greenway, the Joe Louis kind of, which it is. So they called the residences at Water Square. Now, if y'all recall last year when they was building these still, they had an article out that said, "Do y'all think Detroit can get 10,000 a month for these?" I think they can. And I think they will. They might not get it right now, but over the next couple years, as Detroit keeps being in the spotlight, especially if our Lions go all the way next year, we ain't even got to win the Super Bowl. We just got to go. That's going to bring more attention to Detroit. That draft brought a whole new demographic of people, and it brought a whole new group of attraction to Detroit. It really did. You got people who had never been to Detroit, who always thought bad about Detroit, and the interviews is posted on my page of what they thought Detroit was going to be, because all the negativity we've always gotten compared to what it was when they actually got here. And for years, that's how it's always been. Even my own clients, that's the whole reason why I got on social media, because I was tired of how they were showing Detroit. And I'm like, look, this is my city. We dope. Y'all welcome for a lot of the stuff that's been invented in the world, and you're welcome. So these apartments is 496 luxury units, a whole glass tower, and the way they built this boy is so cool. So they built the foundation first, and then framed it, and then built it from the top down. I got a video on YouTube. I gotta rip it so I can post it. It's so cool. And then rent is starting at 2,300 a month. I'm pretty sure that is probably for a studio. The only thing I don't like from the pictures I've seen is that they got the what's it called, the the pole that's like one of the main support poles or beams. They just running right through the center. It's like weird. But we gonna look them up. What's it called? The residencies at Water Square. There they go. Pre-leasing floor plans. All right, so here go the floor plans. I should go take a tour. Now, I wouldn't mind getting a unit here if they allow Airbnb, because you're gonna make a killing. well, everything that's going on in the city, especially downtown. Or when I got clients in town, I'm like, hey, y'all can just stay here, just throw me blah blah blah. So here's a studio floor plan. Yep, I was right. The studio starts at $2,000. How many square feet they are? It don't say. This all y'all got? Studio? Maybe is this all what's available? Now this is what I'm talking about. This little steel beam thing. They in weird spots because that view is amazing. Minus that, but it's a little snug. But you paying for the view and you paying for the location because this is Canada. This is the Ambassador Bridge, and then the new bridge is on the other side, I believe, the Howie Gordon Grill. So studio, one bedroom, only the penthouse is the only one with two bathrooms. So only the two. Wait a minute. So the penthouse the only one with two bedrooms? Oh, geez, y'all are spending some money. Create an e-brochure. Let's see what that look like. Download. All right, so this is the e-brochure. Oh, it's not 3D. But we can go over this way. So where's the front door? Windows. Bathroom. What the hell the front door at? Closet. Bedroom. Another bedroom. Living room. I guess it's over here somewhere. No, that's a wall. That's just a hallway. So it gotta be either over here or over here. I don't even see what they ain't got the front door over here. But it's a cool layout. It don't say how many square feet it is. Let me see. Alright, so the penthouse is 1,452 square feet. The price is not on here. You can have pets, which I'm sure they had to at that price because they know them folks coming with a dog. It don't have the price on here. I guess they just want you to come, get you in the door. Amenities. All right, let's see what amenities is included with all this dang on money. All right, they got people that look like us on the rendering, so I'm with it. Now that gym probably got cold in there. I'm sure they got state of the line equipment, Florida ceiling glass, quartz countertops, and a quartz backsplash. That's a lot of money. Italian cabinets and closets. You got your washer and dryer in each unit. All season pools with outdoor sun deck. That's fancy. Valet parking. Okay, you have your own little doorman. 24-hour lobby staff and concierge. Outdoor rooftop terrace and the sky lounge. I'm gonna get you have events up there. Exclusive views of the river in the city. So that's what you're getting. Starting at $2,000. The penthouse, they don't even have the price on here. At least, or maybe I ain't found it. So this is what they look like. No double sinks. Hey, this penthouse cold. This the penthouse? Oh, that's chef's kitchen. That's probably like a common space. That is beautiful. I'd love to have an event right there. I might just hit them up. So they got a sports lounge. Yeah, you probably can rent that out. Man, that is beautiful. Yes, people that look like us. Oh, they got somewhere where you can watch your doggy. Yeah, this is just God. That's in the way of that beautiful view. I guess you just gotta get your pictures from your room. I think that's the lobby. They probably gonna put a little grocery store in there like Harbor Town got and the Riverfront got. You can't get no queen size bed in there. That's for sure. That's a fool. I wonder how the heat is coming in the windows. Though I'm pretty sure they got a certain glass that reflects it. This must be a studio. They look a little tight. That's the pool. Views. Oh, this is studio. You might as well get the little Murphy bed. Wait a minute. I'm spending all that money for this old fridge. I need side by sides with an ice maker. No, thank you. But I get one just to rent it out and Airbnb or something. All right. Next article. We are getting a 5-star hotel. I don't know if y'all know they are building an A loft on Woodward and Mac. It's actually across from my favorite Coney, Detroit One Coney, and they putting a rooftop deck on there. Yeah, Woodward and Mac, but it's on the Woodward and Mac side going towards down. It's where Midas used to be. If you're a true Detroiter, it's where the old Midas car shop used to be. You know the little Midas touch where you get your oil change and stuff back in the day? That's where it's at. It's on that lot. All right, questions. Let me see. I'm thinking about buying my first investment property in Detroit. Do you recommend going through the landmate? Nope. Not for your first one. Absolutely not. There's already so many built, barely have tenants. What do? Luxury? But just because you don't see nobody in it don't mean nobody don't own them. They could be renting them out or corporate leasing or something like that. Oh yeah, the ones by Henry Ford for sure. 10K a month. What about crime? You think some crime coming in them Joe Louis condos? Yeah, right. Ain't no crime coming in there. Absolutely not. Ain't no crime coming. Used to live in the Brewster town. I think them Brewsters over there off what's that, 75 and Mac? I don't know what's gonna happen to them, but I got a feeling they about to relocate them because them projects is too close. It's in the heart of everything. Like it's right in the heart of Brush Park. Just like I think the King Homes. I think they're gonna end up relocating them too. Cause the King Homes is in the heart. You right outside of downtown, Jefferson right there, the riverfront right there. Like them boys gonna be called the King of Homes off Jefferson Shores. Something like that. Something real fancy. I think they're gonna relocate them and then Brewster projects. Y'all might want to start looking somewhere else because the first sign that something about to happen is you ain't gonna be able to renew your lease. So if you staying over there, you might want to start looking somewhere else. Cause I got a feeling that's gonna happen. All right. Detroit's first 5-star hotel is for the new Hudson Tower, and I'm gonna give me a room and stay there. This is called the Addition. So it's gonna be a hotel and condo. Oh, that's gonna be nice. They probably could have did that with the Water Square place, but they probably want to make it just all living to keep out riffraff. I get it. This probably gonna be 400-500 a night, and folks is gonna pay it because that's right on Woodward. You can walk everywhere. The King Homes is a good. Yeah, it is. The rumors were 10 years ago, as far as the King Homes or the Brewsters. But I that's gonna be the first sign. People who live there, they not gonna be able to renew their lease. Once they start that, it's a wrap. Cause they gotta honor everybody's lease. That's the law. Or they'll buy them out. That's possible too. What's my dope? What about St. Albans and Gratiot? What about it? Ride down St. Albans and Gratiot and see how long it takes you to get downtown. That's gonna answer your damn question. Y'all got to think, man. Oh, I already put that one in the comments. All right. Next. Nope, not that one. That's a survey I was on. All right. General Motors done moved from the Renaissance Center. I'm sure y'all done seen it. I gotta do an official post on my page because they talking about tearing down. That demolition is not off the table for the Renaissance. Y'all out y'all damn mind. Detroit will nut up. And I ain't talking about black Detroit. Detroit, period. The state of Michigan will act a fool if y'all talking about tearing down that building. People will stand in front of the Renaissance. Do you know how big the Renaissance is part of our skyline? It got built in like I think it opened in 73 or 75. That's 40 years, that 50 years that has been there. It's on postcards. When you're flying into the city, that's the first thing you see. At night when it's lit up from the water, it's just beautiful. Like, y'all better come up, turn it into some condos that y'all know Detroit can't afford, and call it a day. But don't tear it down. Maybe you could tear down the two small towers. Okay, go on and put the movie theater back. That's my This is what I would do. I know my opinion probably does not matter, but this is what I would do. Tear down them small ones, or keep them and make them just still be offices. And the big ones just gonna turn them into some outcoat townhouse and condos. What y'all gonna do with the restaurant that's on top of the ranch where you can see the city? Now, I ain't never been there, but it's beautiful from the pictures I've seen and people I know who have been there. Okay? Like, I just don't, they can't do that. Put the movie theater back, put a real food court back down there like it used to be. What else they could do? Put a dealership in there. Hell, y'all cars is all over that boy anyway. Put a dealership in there. That'd be genius. People already live downtown. Y'all gonna make money. And if y'all take my ideas and use them, I would like to be compensated. Thank you. What's some other stuff they could do? Put a grocery store in there. Ain't no grocery store downtown for real. Other than that new little bougie Meyer they put on Jefferson and 375, but that's right outside of downtown. That'd be dope. But they moving to the Dan Gilbert Hudson site next year. They used to be on Woodward back in the day until the rent got done, and then they moved to the red sand. So, little Detroit history for you. Rent in Detroit is still rising, and it's gonna keep rising. That's why y'all need to own something. But again, if y'all don't want to own anything, that is perfectly fine. You can rent from us that do own at market rate, because I told y'all. I told y'all. Let's see. Questions. Gratiot is a straight shot to downtown. I was talking about the city in general. People can't be in the house all day, every day. What about one venture outside 10K? Um, Whoever this person is, I don't know if you're from Detroit, but people who are from Detroit, have y'all noticed, and I've noticed this the last 2 years, that crime across 8 Mile is starting to get how it used to be in Detroit. Even though there is still crime in Detroit, it is not nowhere near how it used to be when we were kids growing up during the crack era and all that. It's still some wild stuff because it's a city. Crime is everywhere. So if you are worried about crime where it comes to where you live or invest, you are not going to live anywhere. Because even in the suburbs, there is crime. Even in all white communities, there is crime. In brown communities, there is crime. In black communities, there is crime. There is crime everywhere. So if you out here living afraid, you just need to stay in the house and stay in your bubble and don't go nowhere because you ain't gonna live like that. So back to the article. So rent in Metro Detroit is still rising. This is as of February of last year. So change in average asking rent for apartments in certain markets. This is as of 2023. Let's see, what is Detroit? So they saying our average rent in Detroit is, as of last year, is $1,296, which is up 8.4%. So we still not that bad compared to some of these other places who have risen 17.1%, like in Seattle. Miami is 13.3, Cleveland is 12.1, Boston is 11.8. So basically all these people have went Philly and Dallas, Boston, Cleveland, Miami, Seattle, they have all went up 10 or more percent. In the US overall is 9.4%. Detroit is just 8.4, which is still pretty hefty compared to when the 3-bedroom brick bungalow with a garage used to cost you $650, $700 a month for years. But yeah. The average asking rent in Detroit, Metro Detroit, was about $1,296 in the fourth quarter of 2022, up 8.4% from the year before. Why does this matter? Many would-be homeowners chose to rent longer last year, sustaining apartment demand, according to economic research firm. But folks are hitting their spending limit. For the first time in over 2 decades, U.S. households now have to spend 30% of their income on average rents. So, how do we fight this? You know, I always offer y'all solutions. We need to do how we used to do back in the day. I'm speaking to Detroiters, when there would be 2 to 4 generations of a family living in a good old 2 family flat, duplex or triplex, and you had every generation in one thing. Everybody was on the mortgage, who was of working age, and everybody chipped in. I don't know why y'all can't just do that again. Get y'all a 2 family flat, house hack, or whatever they want to call it now. But back in the day, they've been doing it. My own family did it. Growing up at 627 Westminster, that was our family house. My great granny was still living. She lived there. My great uncle lived there. He lived there. My auntie lived there. And we lived there at one point in time while they was building our house, because that was the family house. So that's 1, 2, 3 generations that was all in this one place. Why y'all can't do that? They would develop gradually, but you better get in first, make it black. Pretty much. The Ransom is a good one. The exposure of the Riverfront scandal was a tool to get control. That Riverfront scandal. This my whole thing with the scandal. Is my man wrong? Yes. But he still built the riverfront. Most scandals, they don't even do the hell they were supposed to do with the money. They still built it. They still extended it up past Belle Isle like they were supposed to. They still keep it clean. And still was hiring people and paying, and they checks wasn't bouncing. So I guess he just got a little greedy. I don't know. Okay, if you're a lifelong East Sider, then what's the problem? I'm not understanding. Group economics. Yeah, call it what you want, but I remember all them generations in the house. You don't really see that no more. Everybody just want their own space. I mean, I get it, but I'm for the greater cause. I never forget a house I did on Virginia Park. The people next door bought it. I knew the guy who was flipping it. It was 6 people living in there. It was a 5 bedroom, 4 bath home, and I think they said 2 or 3 was on the mortgage, and then everybody just chipped in to pay their rent, and they was all just friends. I don't see the big deal. All right, so they saying that a Michigan household needs to earn $19.10 an hour, or nearly 40,000 annually, to afford a fair market rent 2 bedroom home, according to the National Low Income Housing Report. So that's really not hard to achieve in Detroit right now. $20 an hour. This proved my point. If you're making at least 50 grand in Detroit, you really balling. You really living pretty good, especially if you own your house. In Metro Detroit, you need to earn more, $20.85 dollars to afford a fair market 2 bedroom. Still not hard. Minimum wage is just $10.10, while Metro Detroit renters earn an hourly wage of $21.18. So, for the people who don't make enough money, you got to go make enough money. That's just the bottom line. The solution is you need to go get the education and the training so you can go get jobs that pay better, or careers that pay better. In Detroit, it really ain't no excuse, because there's a lot of programs out here for us to better ourselves, to get into trades. Hell, you got the Detroit Promise if you are a graduating senior, where you can go to any college in the state of Michigan for free. They paying up to $68,000 annually towards your degree. So that's a college or university, junior college or community college, or trade school. And if y'all really paying attention, a lot of these others are moving to Detroit just so their children can participate in said program, because you have to be a Detroit resident, I believe, for at least 5 years or something like that. So if they move into Detroit and they got small kids, let's say all under the age of 5, and that program is still going on, or even middle school age, by the time they graduate, now they going to school free in the state of Michigan. So that's another reason why others are coming to Detroit, for programs that we are not taking advantage of. But that's another topic. Oak Park is getting spicy. Farmington Hills is getting active. Oh, as far as the crime, yeah. Detroit, me please. I know how to operate here. Detroit is really if you minding your business, you really actually straight in Detroit. Mind your business. Most of the time, if you mind your business, you are okay in the D, dog. Like, I promise you, mind your business. That's probably anywhere, but Detroit, I know. Um, Okay, in the city, affordable housing crisis is particularly severe. The number of Detroiters who spent more than 30% of their income on rent, which is considered cost burden, is also on the rise since 2019 after falling since 2010, according to Detroit Future City. Now, remember a couple lives ago, we talked about Detroit Future City, which is what I read about back in 20, I think it was '08. And if you go look at the Detroit Future City Plan, which is several hundred pages that I'm sure y'all not gonna go look at, it laid out exactly what is going on now. That's exactly how I found out what was going on in Detroit. And I was able to tell everybody, hey, start buying the North End. It's gonna start this time. And look at me being right. Because they put everything we need to know in writing, but y'all know we're not gonna read. In the city, 60% of renters were cost burdened as of 2021. The most recent year available, 34% were severely burdened, spending over half of their income on housing. So again, a lot of you single households, you better get booed up, get you a partner, and y'all be on the same page because living is technically not for single people. If you making 50 grand and your boo making 50 grand, y'all got 100,000. So y'all need to get that together. I'm not about to read all that, but I will post the article for y'all to read. And some of y'all need to practice reading out loud too because I remember. That's what I did when I was there for 6 years. Yeah, mind your business. I hate that every man for themselves. That's what I'm saying. But get with your tribe and y'all go live it up. Oh, I ain't got no trash. Let me see. Next article. Oh, this is the last one. All right. Any question? Put them in the comments or the chat. Um, let me put this one in the thing. I remember seeing an article, I think it was like a year ago, that something crazy had happened in Chesterfield as far as crime. And I was like, Chesterfield? First of all, people look like me in Chesterfield. That was the first. What? Then it was like crime getting like that in Chesterfield. Chesterfield is country. All right. Detroit touts redevelopment of vacant duplexes for new affordable housing model. So basically, what I just said, they are giving, I guess, money or prioritizing people who want to rehab duplexes because you know there's two families going into a property, or three if you finish the basement. You know these New York and East Coast people just gotta finish the basement. Just know when you finish a basement, you're gonna spend damn near 20, 30 grand just for the fire system. That's putting sprinklers down there. And that's before you do anything else. So FYI. Two of three vacant duplexes on Maple Ridge Street is being newly redeveloped by the Osborne Neighborhood Alliance. So this is on the east side, 6 Mile and Gunston. That's over there. Yeah, it is a lot of brick duplexes over there. But I put the art. But y'all can subscribe to the Crane. I got a you can get a corporate plan. If you're a college student, you can get it real cheap. I think it's like it might be $50 a year. Cause when I was in grad school, I had the college plan too. I think you got to still. I might still can downgrade to the college plan because I still got my email. Let me see what else. But that's it, y'all. What questions, comments y'all got? So in summary, is Detroit experiencing an affordable housing crisis according to these articles? Yes. Is it visible to where it's noticeable yet? I don't think so. As far as is it noticeable to everybody else? I don't think so yet, but it's happening. But I don't complain about stuff. My solution is just go. I gotta go make more money. Like when gas was super high, what I'm gonna complain for? I gotta go make more money. All right, questions. Let's see. I hate the every man for themselves mentality. I mean, I get it to an extent. You do need to be selfish to achieve certain goals. I have no issue with that. But you just got to get with your tribe. If your tribe might not look like you and your tribe might not be related to you. If everybody can get on the same page, all good. Let me see. I rather have their own and struggle than work together. Now that's true. It's definitely the greater cause. He did build it up. I still remember that yellow gate fence off the water. What you talking about? Yep, mind your business. As long as you mind your business in Detroit, it's three things you need to do in Detroit. Mind your business. If you bump into somebody, step on somebody's shoes, hey, my bad, dog. I ain't see you. Been a rough night. Had a little drinky drink. Say something. Just something. Don't just do it and don't say nothing, because you're gonna get that look and it could go down. And the other thing I'm gonna say is, this is probably more particularly to driving in Detroit. We are the motor city. We are the muscle capital of the world, Craig. The world. Um, Everybody here got a lead foot, so I ain't gonna say we got road rage, but we do got road rage tendency. So if you know you drive slow, I need you to stay in that far right lane because we coming down that fast lane. We coming. I might not even be late, but I'm coming. That middle lane, that's a little hit or miss because the fast lane people is in the middle lane until they can get over in the fast lane, and then they're back in the middle lane so they can start getting over to the right lane and exit the freeway. So yeah, we will race you as well. So that goes back to the speeding or the lead foot. Cause yeah, we will race you in Detroit. And it don't matter what kind of car that person in. They could be in a Mercury or what's the old school car? A Tempo. And my man still might race you. So just a little FYI. That's my three rules. Detroit shows you. I'm sure like we a loving city, like we real cool people. We a welcoming city, we welcoming people, but like I'm saying, mind your business and don't be asking a bunch of questions. You straight. You really straight. See somebody in need, you give them a helping hand. If they cuss you out, no, I don't need no help. Well, at least you tried. You did your part. But you still good. The I-375 project is another sign, and Renson is living like a turkey the day before Thanksgiving. Uh, I got mixed views on this 375. 375 only exists because they went through Black Bottom and tore it up along with 75. So 75 is the first part that tore up Black Bottom. 375 destroyed Black Bottom. So that's my gripe with it. So y'all basically are going to put 375 back to how it used to be, which means y'all could have left the rest of Black Bottom that was left the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part that kind of pissed me off. But that's that. I'm on my YouTube channel, but I got all the links to all the articles in the comments or the chat on YouTube. Duplex on the east side. So yeah, the articles, some duplex, like to my clients, we applied for this grant last November for people who only own duplexes and 2-family flats, and it was up to 45,000. So I made it through 4 of the rounds. I'm waiting to hear what's gonna happen because if I get the 45 grand, it's going right over there on Big Red. It ain't a lot, but it ain't my money, so we gonna take it. 45 grand. I can't do much, but I can do something. What site? So I'm subscribed to a lot of articles. So I pay to subscribe to the Crane, Detroit Business. I subscribe to Detroit Free Press, Detroit News. It's another article thing called Bridge Detroit. I really, really like them. They're dope. And if you're on my email list, I'll send out an email too with all these links as well. What else I'm subscribed to? Like, I don't know. I get a lot of emails today because I'm a nerd. Like I read books, but not for real. I'm an article person. I've always been like that. Like I'll read a book because I like reading, but I'll read the article all day because the article gonna be cut and dry to the point of book. You gotta build it up. You gotta have an intro, a body, build up suspense. Then we're gonna get to the conclusion. I'm too direct for that. Tell me what it is. Let's get to it. What else? I listen to a lot of videos too. But that's how I find out stuff. I read. 94 doesn't make any common sense. Brace yourself for lawlessness. I-94, everything from 94 downtown getting gentrified first. They said that Detroit Future City meeting. If you look at it, that's exactly what happened. Y'all remember them Mercuries? Them things used to get up back in the day. That and the old school, the big body Bonneville. 95 merged 0.1 second semi-trucks, cars, pickup truck, don't have no formula. The only part of 94 I don't like, and I don't drive it to this day because I almost got hit really, really bad. So from Detroit, the people I'm talking to, if you're a Detroiter, a true Detroiter, you agree with what I'm about to say. So if you're on the lodge going downtown, right? So you're on the lodge going southbound, and you in that left lane, and you about to exit and get on 94 going east. Once you get on 94, what lane is you in? The fast lane. You got to haul ass for your life when you come that way. I don't even go that way no more. If I gotta get on 94, I'm on the line. I'm gonna go west and come up on that next exit, which I think is Linwood and the Boulevard, and jump back down, or I'm gonna come up on Forest and loop around and come back on that way. Cause that thing like riding on that Elmhurst exit. You gotta drive for your life. How do I get on your email list? I could put it in the comments. The actual link to get to it. Hold on. Where's join my email list? I got some courses I'm working on. I got a big one I'm trying to have done by Black Friday. Cause that's when I really want to drop it so it can be on sale. Cause it's not gonna be cheap. But all my other courses they're gonna all be like 250 to 1,000. Like I'm working on the Joe Louis Greenway course. I'm gonna update the How to Invest in Detroit webinar because that's like 2 years old, maybe 3. And some of the information, a lot of information is still valid to this day, but it is a lot more updates. So I'll probably do an updated one and then still include all the old ones too. Because right now it's like 7 hours worth of content and you're only paying $249. Join email list. Gotta find it. Here we go. Join cash buyers list. All right. I'll start putting that in the it might be in the comment in the caption. Join email list here. Any more questions, y'all? This was a dope live. I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all apply what y'all learned. If you did, if not, that's fine too. Cause you know the slogan, you can always rent from us. Let's see. Is it too late for the grant? Oh yeah, that was in November. The scanning of the riverfront is about gaining control and placing the correct stooges in place. I mean, pretty much because how you get away with all that and y'all didn't know? Come on. And they just gonna get in place and do the same thing. The only thing I can say about others is when they do they scandals and stuff, they're more subtle. So they would have still took 40 million, but they wouldn't have been as flashy. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I'll send them out. I had a Bonnie. I used to want that big body Bonneville. My cousin had a 100 green one. I used to want one. I still want me a 88 Money with T tops. That's like it ain't my dream car, but it's up there. My dream car is a GT 500 Mustang. Like that's next for me. Once I pay off these student loans, that's next. What am I doing with the Greenway? Minding my business. But if you're coming to Real Estate Fridays at the end of the month, I forgot about that church announcement. We're doing a free presentation on the Greenway. And I'm hoping that I get some confirmations this upcoming week from people to come speak that works on the Greenway, like as far as the planning commission and stuff like that. Like I got their business cards. And speaking of the Greenway, they had a meeting on Thursday that I went to. It was 26 people there. Y'all almost bust out crying. It's like I feel like I'm fighting for a lost cause. I really feel like Detroit don't care, and they not gonna care till it's too late. And by the time it's too late, they're gonna get displaced and pushed out. A lot of the people in the meeting was elders. At least 5 to 10 of them didn't look like us because they're moving to Detroit so they can partake in these programs that we're not partaking in, so their kids can go to school for free or insert program here. It was 26 people there because I sat there and counted it. I was live. And that doesn't include the people who work for the city. Out of that 26, 6 were not us. The rest was us. The youngest person, not instead of the people who were there with their little kids, might have been 30, 35. It was a lot of elders there. I'm gonna say probably 50s and up. They passionate. They care about their community. They want to ask if they not gonna get displaced or not. The sad part is you're going to get displaced if you don't have your affairs in order. If you're already at an elderly age, somebody grandson or their kid need to be listening to me or something. They need to put their houses in a trust because a lot of people lose their wealth in Detroit and probably everywhere else is when somebody passes on and it doesn't pass down correctly. So you need to have everything in the trust. That's number one. Number two, make sure that your elder ain't took out no reverse mortgage or insert loan here against the house because you know they be targeting these seniors. And that's another way how you know your neighborhood is about to come up when they start targeting seniors in that neighborhood, offering them these ridiculous ass uh reverse mortgage loans or insert loan here. Don't do it. If Big Mom and Pawpaw can't pay the taxes, y'all need to come up with a way to help them pay these taxes. I'm tired of seeing these black families lose these houses for $1,500. You telling me in 12 months y'all couldn't come up with $1,500 as a family, as a collective? Stop smoking weed. Stop drinking. Stop partying. If you like to get your hair and nails done every 2 weeks, maybe go to once a month. Learn how to do your hair yourself. It's very, you make a will, there's a way. And I really hope that they don't get displaced, but I got a feeling that they will. One lady was there, she owned damn near every lot on her block, and she worried about getting displaced. And I'm just like, I feel like they in these meetings lying to these people just to save face instead of telling them the truth. Like I really wanted to say something, but I'm like, it ain't my place because I'm really here for the information. But maybe I could pull people to the side as I start going if they receptive of it. Cause maybe they don't know. Some people just don't know what to do, and that's fair too. Cause I can give you the information, like, and then it's up to you to proceed and do the work to go find that attorney to do your trust or do it yourself. I don't recommend that because you want to make sure that boy is airtight. But even if you don't get a trust, have a will. Like somebody need to get a will or a video of them giving their wishes and make sure you upload it in Dropbox somewhere so there's somewhere saved in case you lose your phone. Have a will, make sure it's recorded and stamped with a notary, something. Like it was really heartbreaking in there, dog. It really was. But I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna start crying. Cause I really be caring, and I don't really think y'all see how passionate I really be about stuff. Cause I really want us to win. Like I really, really do. And it's so much free information out here. And I get it. Some people just don't know because they ain't a nerd like me. But the people who gonna listen, and that's gonna be that. All right. Good evening. I got on late. Can you talk about the economy and what is driving rents higher? What is the job market? Um, we got jobs. Of course, we got the big three. Detroit is becoming a tech city. I've noticed it's a lot of tech jobs here, but that the stuff that's pricing us out is education, and a lot of stuff you ain't got to go to college for. Go get some of these certificates, like for software engineers, and the tech industry is pretty big here. So that's what's driving the market. You got a lot of plants coming here too, like subsidiaries that's to the big three. So that's driving the market too. As far as job, what's driving the rents higher is this inflation. This is what I believe. The inflation and with the spotlight being on Detroit. The first wave of gentrifiers are my age now. They're like late 30s, early 40s. So now they getting married, having kids, and now they're moving to the neighborhoods because they need better housing or bigger housing. And then you got the next wave of gentrifiers, which is like early 20s to mid 30s, or even you got senior citizens who retiring and they in the burbs and they selling they $400,000-500,000 house and they come back downtown paying cash, moving into these condos and stuff because everything is one floor. So that's kind of messing with it too. And then all the positive spotlight Detroit been getting. People coming here. What do you recommend for those who don't earn a lot but want to get into rental properties? Any program, make some more money and get you a skill so you can make some more money. That's easy. It's okay not to know, but a lot of people don't even try to seek out the information. That's true. And I feel like there should be no, like I'm what's the word? I'm ignorant to things because I just don't know. But I got this iPhone 14 Pro Max phone You got whatever phone you got. That's probably not a flip phone with some internet. So start inputting whatever questions y'all got. Go to Google and put the damn question in there and start reading. Um, Very informative live thing. You're welcome. What's the name of the future plan? It's called Detroit Future City. And it's old. They wrote this back in 2008, but you need to go read it. Where is it again? Yep, Detroit Pizza Bar. Y'all know that's my spot. June 28th. I looked up and moved the block over, see what's going on. Yep. And start being like how these elders used to be. If your neighbor grass too high, making your neighborhood look bad, call the city on them so they can get a ticket and cut that damn grass. Same with the snow. Do you think the city boundaries will be redrawn as most developments are near downtown? I don't think so, but it ain't impossible. I don't think so though. Right. What's that? 125 a month? What's 125 a month? I missed it. They probably don't know. Now that's the other thing. Now I ain't gonna blame everybody. Some people really don't know. Cause like this Joe Louis Greenway, y'all. I don't watch the news, but it ain't on the news. Cause all my elders in my family who die hard news people, this ain't on the news like it should be. It really not. The meetings ain't on there being announced like they should be. I know about the meetings because I read and I'm on the website and I got my email on there. If you go to one meeting, they're going to start sending you updates for at least that neighborhood. So you got to go to multiple meetings in different neighborhoods to get on all the lists. But if you just go to Joe Louis Greenway website, put your email in there, you're going to get all the updates. Same for the city of Detroit. You got to click on what you want to know. Redevelopment, council meetings, all this good stuff. So some people don't know, some people do know, don't care. The Greenway boundary seems to encompass some affluent areas. Okay. Stick to basic skill trades. All these houses are going to need to be built and fixed. Exactly. And the way they throwing these houses up, they don't hold up like how old Detroit houses do. That you know they gonna have repairs because they throwing them up. Give me a Detroit house all day over new construction. Cause how these houses 50 and 100 plus years old and they still look amazing. Yeah, growing food is big. Some of y'all need to get into architecture. I think I said that wrong still. But growing food. We need more engineers. Like this generation coming up, they better learn the trade of getting into engineering. Cause I don't know, the more this AI stuff keep getting advanced, that's more jobs. Because okay, another thing have y'all noticed? I don't know what other rep, but I noticed this with Tim Hortons and Starbucks. So they are tearing, and they did this in Detroit, or is that Harper Woods? So the Tim Hortons that's across the street from Eastland, right? For Detroit, y'all know what I'm talking about. They tore it down and built a new one. Cool, but the new one is drive-through only. You can't go in there and get no carry out. You might can order from the app and still pull in the drive-through. I'm not sure. Starbucks is also doing that as well. I'm pretty sure other restaurants like McDonald's or Burger King will eventually probably follow suit. So instead of you having 10, 15 people on the shift, now you might have 4. So better learn y'all some skills. Do you have any advice about what grants to apply for to help you rehab a home or rent out? Uh, no, just Google some and see what pop up. Why would it be on the news? Salute to you. I mean, that's true. Why would it be? It's not on the news. What does that tell you? Oh, it tell. I know what it say, but I'm just saying. And when it did hit the news, it was when the first phase was done, and they had that big grand opening with the new slide and all that. That's the only time I seen any big news article on it, other than these smaller publications that I read, like Exodus and what's the other one I read? Some would it be? Can't think of it. Chipotle and Sterling Heights is like that too. See what I'm saying? Now I don't like that because Chipotle they be stingy with them veggies, but I'm sure there's gonna be other ones. They Panera, yeah, Panera bread doing it too. That's right because I've been seeing a lot of new Panera breads, and instead of having like I said 10 to 15 people on the shift, it might be 6, including the manager. So it's definitely happening. Thank you. You're welcome. I got any more questions? Because it's 8 o'clock, so I gotta wrap this up because the parking garage closed at 9. This is a dope live. Y'all want to go back and rewatch it? It is on YouTube, and I'm gonna rip some good videos from it and post it too. Like this AI stuff is crazy. Like all them videos that I've been posting on my page, all that's clip, all that is AI. All of it. Like I'm studying this other AI stuff now for posting and ads or something. I gotta keep reading it. But it's crazy. But yeah, just pay attention. The next 10 years in Detroit, I'll be 51, Lord willing. It's gonna be something to see. Cause it was cool, like and talk to y'all elders and y'all families, cause they remember Detroit from the riots. They remember how Detroit used to be with mom and pop stores everywhere, how the neighborhoods used to be, and then how they went to shit, and how now everything's coming back how it used to be. In summary, they want their city back. And that's the bottom line. And they coming for it. They is coming for it. And the sad part is we just giving it to them. But a part of that, I don't blame Detroiters because there are some stipulations that happen, like when they illegally raise the taxes in certain neighborhoods to force people out and overtax people all those millions of dollars and went to court and got sued and lost. So that's a big part of it too. So it ain't all just on us. But some people don't see it. They like Apple. Apple is finally putting a store in Detroit. We always got to go all the way to Somerset or where else we got to go? Somerset or goddamn Troy. No, Somerset is Troy. Novi. We got to either go there or Novi Mall to go to the damn Apple store. They about to put one downtown. People like all they gonna do is break in and stuff. I'm like, they not about to be breaking in downtown. Have y'all? And I'm like, the people who keep saying this, have y'all been downtown lately? Like for real, have y'all been downtown Detroit lately? It's not the downtown when I was growing up, going to Cadillac Square to get on the bus. The few times I took the bus, it ain't that no more. It's not. The Gucci store done been down there a couple years, and they ain't had no problems. So Gucci ain't had no problems. You think Apple about to have some problems? Yeah, they've been wanting our water. If y'all look at any old Coleman Young footage, he always said, Detroit, whatever y'all do after I'm gone, long and gone, do not give up the water. That's something they always said. And that's the first thing they did coming out of bankruptcy. The World Economic Forum stated there are no jobs that can be replaced by robots. And that's a fact. The people who are gonna make the money is the engineers, the actual physical engineers who are building these robots, the software engineers who are programming these robots. I'm so glad I went to school for engineering. I went for industrial, but still, they are coming hard for it, and we just throwing it back to them to rent the suburb. Right now, people who got kids, I can see why they went to the birds because DPS is trash. But DPS is going to, that's Detroit Public Schools for those who don't know. The schools are going to be the last thing to be fixed and it's coming. They already changed the name of Detroit Public Schools to Detroit Public Community Schools. They already changed the name. So what y'all think about to happen? They already had a billboard 10 or more years ago that said, welcome to the new Detroit Public School System. There wasn't one black damn kid on that billboard. And they all had on blazers. What school in Detroit requires a blazer? The charter schools, yes, but not no public schools. I got 100K right now. What part of the city should I buy my for all of them? Anything more, you have to book a consult. Everybody want the water. Arizona, California. And if y'all think about it, every urban city that is surrounded by water has been gentrified or will be gentrified or is in the process. Detroit, Chicago, the Bay, New York, shit, parts of Georgia, like Savannah, all that stuff. Like, come on. That's true about the tax abatements. I lived in the birds. It never felt like Detroit. It's just not the same. True, because I love Detroit. Good, bad, and ugly. No black people, y'all better pay attention. Listen, this is about to be crazy. Oh, my YouTube ain't even still going. It's not froze. Y'all got any more questions? Cause I'm about to blow this popsicle stand. This was dope, but for church announcements, I hope to see y'all at Detroit. Real Estate Fridays, June 28th, free. The link is in my bio to sign up right now. All we ask is that y'all spend. We was asking for $10, but we gonna ask y'all to spend $20 because we talking about the Joe Louis Greenway, and I'm really gonna show y'all how to invest on that boy for free. I ain't even charging y'all, so y'all can come support my boy establishment and get this man $20 worth of food. That ain't hard. That's an order of wings. I don't think they privatized the school system, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I love this info, man. Every Detroit native need to be in here. Listen, if they not, y'all know my slogan. They can rent from us at full market rate. All right, y'all. But thank y'all for joining in. This was a dope conversation. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back later this month doing another one. I forgot what the topic gonna be, but this is the makeup one. But thank y'all for tuning in. Deuces. To my subscribers, I'm gonna save this live. Oh, did y'all watch the train station thing? My live, I don't know what the hell happened to my laptop. Like, what I missed? You had to go to YouTube, bro, or sis. What did it say? Your audio? I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna end my stream because I don't know what happened. Like, why it ain't showing.